Pico here with the producer of Injustice. You just showed me the game. Just tell me a little bit about it.
Injustice is the next installment in the fighting game legacy of NetherRealm Studios, pretty much. The entire team has been making fighting games for a little about 20 years, and this is kind of the next step in our evolution. We stepped away from Mortal Kombat, and now we're making kind of a fighting game based in the DC universe, and we've been able to do a lot of things that are a little bit different that we haven't been able to do before. We changed up kind of the button scheme. We're not using any Mortal Kombat characters. It's all DC based. It's a teen-rated game. It's going to be really, really cool. We got a lot of stuff going on, and the biggest kind of gameplay addition that we've done this time is making the backgrounds like kind of the star of the game, right? Like every background has multiple ways that you can interact with them. If you're in the Batcave, you can like grab grenades from Batman's arsenal. You can fire rockets from the Batmobile. You can do a lot of cool stuff that any kind of comic book like fanboy would want to do if they were in kind of that kind of environment. So it's been a really rad experience so far. Working with DC's been great, and we can't wait for people to get their hands on it.
It was so much fun playing it over there. I was Batman. You were Superman. What's been your favorite character so far?
It's been a mix between like Harley Quinn and the Flash. Like Harley Quinn just has like a lot of cool like gadgets and gimmicks. Like what we're doing is we're separating the characters into like these different classes, right? So Superman obviously is a big like power strength based character. So it's all like melee, big punches, big like these huge events, right? But with Harley Quinn, she's not really known for her hand-to-hand like fighting stuff, so we had to give her a bunch of like little gadgets and like guns, and she like throws cupcakes, like poisonous cupcakes at people and stuff like that. So it's just been really cool, like kind of designing moves and like different ways for these different characters to interact and kind of balance them at the same way. But right now, Harley Quinn is my favorite just because there's so many like really quirky things that you can do with her.
Is her ultimate?
That sounds kind of weird, right?
No, she seems great. I mean, what are some of the ultimates? Like, which is your favorite, or your favorite three ultimates that...
Oh, like the one that seems to get the biggest kind of response is the Superman one, obviously, where he kind of like punches the guy into outer space and then slams him back onto the ground. Flash is really, really cool, where he kind of like runs all the way around the world to build up momentum and then like swings a punch after him. And I think the Batman one is really cool just because it's like so over the top, right? So you kind of, you did that to me when we were fighting. So he basically like tases your opponent in the face, then he throws a batarang at like close range, which like, I don't know, okay? And then he calls in the Batmobile from like off screen and then does a backflip over and hits it. So it's just so over the top and just shows like how we're trying to like push the envelope with this game with like these big events. Like I think those three are the ones that like really, really show like how far we're trying to push the envelope with this game.
And this is your version of like the fatalities, because superheroes can't die.
Like we've always wanted to have like these big cinematic moments in the game. Like people really respond to those kind of things. So when you get one of these like supers kind of performed on you, you know that like you're really getting your butt kicked like the entire time, and it's kind of like the exclamation point to put on it. So it's not quite a fatality, but it still gives that kind of like really big effect that like something really big has happened, and you look forward to seeing that like in a match. And then when you get it performed on you, you're like, I can't believe I let you do that to me. So it's a good mix.
And the button schemes seemed a lot easier to understand than a lot of fighting games. It just was straightforward, but you said it was a little bit different than Mortal Kombat in the way that it works.
So in Mortal Kombat, we've always had kind of like a 4-button kind of attack scheme. This time around, we've changed it up a little bit. We have like 3 attacks, and then 1 button is kind of a gimmick button, and each button does something different for each one of the characters. For a character like Wonder Woman, it kind of switches her fighting stance. She fights with like her lasso in one fighting stance. You hit the gimmick button, then she pulls out like a sword and shield. For Superman, you hit his gimmick button, and it kind of like gives him increased strength. Not that Superman needs it, but it's a really cool gimmick, And then another thing that we've changed that kind of differentiated it from MK is that MK used to have a block button. This time around, we don't have a block button. It's kind of like back to block, like some of the other different kind of fighting games. So it definitely feels a little bit different from MK, and it's kind of ushering in like a new generation of fighting game mechanics for our studio, and so we can kind of grow off that.
Where can we find more information?
You can find more information on Twitter by following my boss, Ed Boone. It's at Noobda. He's always dropping little hints on there. And also Injustice Game is another Twitter handle that we have. And you can check our page out on Facebook and like it as well. And there's always going to be updates and screenshots and character announcements and stuff like that. That's kind of like the main hub where you can like get all this stuff.
I'm super stoked to play more Batman, but When can we get our hands on it?
We're going to come out next year, 2013. We don't have like a concrete kind of release date yet because we're just working hard and trying to get it done right now. So I'm trying not to think that far ahead. We just want to make the game as cool as possible. So next year sometime. So start saving money now. Start saving your money now to buy it.
So we're going to go play another round, right?
Yeah, let's play.
Right.
Let's go kick these guys off so we can go
taking you
play.
down.
All right,
Taking
I'll let you win again.
All right, thank you.